So this one's a surreal one. I grew up listening to music. My wife's a huge fan. My daughters are huge fans, and it's absolute pleasure to have you on the show. So FAYDEE, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate that, man. It's good to be here.
Like I said, thank you, man. Like I said, it's surreal just having you sitting in front of me. You know, when you grow up listening or watching somebody on TV or listening to somebody's music for 15 years, and then all of a sudden they're sitting in front of you, it's like world's gone full circle.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. It's good, man. It's nice to kind of meet people from, I guess, the generations that have kind of come. You know what I mean? That have been listening to my music for quite some time now. You know, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how it feels on your end, but for me,
well, we were just talking about that before we started rolling. Like it's crazy how, because you've been around for close to 20 years. Is it 2008, wasn't it?
Yeah, say 2008, that's right.
Yeah, so you've been around for close to 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's come full circle, right? So the people that grew up listening to your music, and now my daughters are listening to your music, you know, they're 6 and 7.
Yeah, it's a trooper.
It's crazy.
I know, it is.
The first time I realized they knew your music is I had gotten in the car with my wife.
Yeah.
And she had put on your track, Can't Let Go.
Yeah.
Which is the heaviest hitter of all time, you know?
That's right, yeah.
And my daughters were belting it out in the back of the car, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, "How the hell do you guys know FAYDEE?"
Isn't that nuts? Isn't that crazy? I don't know. Like, I've had times as well where, like, I do a show, and then, you know, a fan will come up to me, and she's about 19, something like that, and she'll be like, "I've been listening to you for the last 10 years, or whatever it is." And I'm just like, "Wait, you were 9, or you were 8, or you were 7." And now you're coming to my show, like you're 19 and you're still coming around and you still listen to my music and you're still enjoying it and, like, you know, whatever it is. But I guess music lives on forever, man. And I'm lucky enough to know that I've got songs that really resonated with people. You know what I mean? That, like, till now.
That's what I was going to ask. How does it make you feel when young kids and they come up to you and they say, "Man, like, it must feel really good, right?" Because it's not many singers live through generations. Right? Not many. I mean, only some of the biggest names ever lived through generations, and you're now like 3 generations in.
Is it that many?
Well, I mean, there was.
It's probably going to be.
It is going. If you include my daughter's age bracket, that's the 3rd generation, right?
Yeah, it feels good, man. Like, I really didn't think it was gonna. I really didn't think it was gonna get to the point that it did. Number one, and I didn't think that it would last this long either. You know, I think it came down to, I was very genuine when it came to my music. You know, I always done songs that I felt like I wanted people to connect with no matter what. Like, I used to say, like, I want to do the club songs that people are going to be singing in the clubs but crying as well in the clubs. You know what I mean? Just be like, I love this song, man. Like, and then also, like, songs that you can listen to with your family. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a mum and dad that watch everything that I do, you know, and they judge everything that I do.
Well,
so
that's what I was going to ask. I was like, where does the inspiration come from? Because you're pretty versatile.
Yeah.
You know, exactly what you just said. You have some heavy club hitters, and you have some nice, you know, love songs and all that sort of stuff. So, was that always the plan? Was that always or did you kind of select a genre early on and you kind of fell into the, you know, the love song and the slow songs and all that sort of stuff? Or
it all started from the fact that, you know, back when I was younger, when I was a kid, I loved house music, right? It started off like that. And then when I kind of went into my high school years, I grew close to my older cousin who was very much into R&B and soul and hip hop, like really into it. And he gave me...
What sort of, like, what was he into?
Jodeci, John B.
So old school.
Yeah, Boys to Men, you know. And then he gave me all the albums. He gave me all of his albums. And then I just started to fall in love with the genre. And I became like an obsessive fan of an artist named Monica. And I just, you know, I created a huge website for her that became her biggest website.
Like a fan website?
A real fan. Like I'm talking like I was a fan of an artist, and I understand. And that's how I appreciate my fans so much, and I love them so much, because I know how important it is to be a fan and want to be seen and heard, and know that like it's genuine love. It's not just like an infatuation. They want to see you win, and that's one thing about my fans. I always felt like they always wanted to see me win. I'm not someone or an artist that kind of, you know, got given this career, you know, or like had parents that were in this industry, or lived in an area where, you know, the music industry was popping. No, you know, I was born in Bankstown, and I was, you know,
it was going to be my next question. Like, because you were born in Bankstown and raised in Campbelltown, essentially.
I was raised in Camden, actually.
Oh, Camden.
Yeah,
okay.
Camden. Back when it was just grass and sticks and nothing.
So you've been there well before.
All my life.
Yeah.
All my life, you know.
Well, there you go. Like, that's not, most singers aren't coming from Bankstown or Camden. So.
Yeah, no, they're not. So maybe they are, but like it's not as easy to kind of break out, you know, kind of coming from there.
Well, it reiterates what you were saying, that nothing was really given to you, because essentially coming from the area.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's why I think I appreciate it when I do see like even the new generation, like, you know, loving my music and whatever. And yeah, it means a lot, man. When you work hard towards something, you know, you appreciate the love that comes with it.
Well, you see it though. You see it. You see how much your fans love you, especially the Lebanese community. Yeah. You know, like they adore you, man. Yeah. Like
they're ride or dies, man.
They are.
They really are.
I think it's a Lebanese thing as well. Like we just support our own kind, and
100%. And there's not many of us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there really isn't.
No.
I mean, how many are there? There's yourself. There's Masari in the US.
Yeah.
You're the only two I know of. So that are doing what you do. You know, the mix between English and Arabic.
Yeah. I'd say myself, Masari, Carl Wolf. That's it, really. Like there's probably others, but I mean, Masari was an inspiration, kind of like first starting out and stuff, because obviously he started out just before, or a few years before I did.
Before you did, yeah.
And yeah, man, I wanted to just embrace my culture. You know what I mean? That's something that I always wanted to do. My parents always instilled it in me, even though I was born and raised in Sydney. They forced me to go to Arabic school. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I hated it, but now I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, traveling around the world, and, you know, I never thought I was going to be traveling around the world and kind of having an even bigger fan base outside of Australia. So for me, that actually helped a lot, because, man, there's certain moments where, like, I remember I had a video shoot for I Need Your Love with Shaggy, Mohambi and Costi, right? Yep. And it was in Spain.
Great song, by the way.
Yeah, thanks,
epic track.
Thanks, bro. So we were shooting the video in Spain, and I had to get ready in my hotel room, and I needed an iron for my shirt because it was mjalak. It was, you know, it was all creased. Yeah. So no one really speaks English there. Yeah. It's not, you know, it's not the main language there. They just speak Spanish. So I'm freaking out. Like, I'm calling the reception. They're not understanding what I'm saying. Like, I need an iron. No one's understanding. No capito, no comprende, you know, and all that. Yeah. So then luckily the maid came to clean my room or something like that, and I was like, I need an iron, and she's like no capito, don't speak. And I was like, you don't speak English? She's like, no. I'm like, do you speak Arabic? And she's like, well, back you out of me. And I'm like, oh, but then McQuaid, yeah, McQuaid. She's like, yeah, of course, no worries, you know. So then, yeah, after that, even though it's something so small, but I'm like,
it's useful, right? It's useful, yeah, like, because Arabic's it's commonly spoken in a fair few countries nowadays.
We're everywhere.
Yeah,
you know
we are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
There's more of us outside of Lebanon than there are.
That's right. And if it's not Lebanese, you're gonna get Egyptians. You know what I mean?
And we all kind of understand each other.
In the Middle East, and so we'll understand each other. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you went to Arabic school when you were young, and you grew up in Bankstown, and you were born in Bankstown, and grew up in Camden. I want to know a little bit about your childhood. You know, what was it like growing up? So firstly, siblings-wise, how many siblings do you have?
So I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. So it's 5 in total. And
the oldest of 5?
Oldest of 5. And my youngest sister is 24, I think now. I think 24.
You want to get it right, man.
Yeah,
She's going to see this.
I know. It's just her birthday too, a couple months ago. At least I remember that. You know... I guess was the example, right? My parents, my dad was a businessman. He actually started off working in the railway.
Yep.
Became the station master. Became very successful in that. Started from nothing. Came from Lebanon at the age of 19 because of the civil war. And my mom, same thing. Came at the age of 13, and they just built this incredible life for us. And they worked really hard, and they taught me the importance of hard work, you know what I mean? And music was a part of our lives in such a big way because my mum she's got a great voice.
So your mum sings?
She sings, not professionally.
Okay. So it's in the family?
It's in the family, yeah. Like
Right.
my mum's side of the family, they all play instruments, guitars, keyboards,
So it wasn't like random?
It wasn't random, no,
Yeah.
definitely not. The random part was the fact that someone in the family decided to pursue this as a career. That was very random.
Right.
That was the thing that no one could understand.
Despite the fact you all kind of had that talent in the family?
Yeah, because it was a very pessimistic outlook when it came to, doing music. It was a very much like, yeah, we do it for fun.
Yeah.
But we're not going to take it serious now. Like, come on, go get a real job.
Because most Arabs, like it's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Like my parents are the same.
Yeah.
They fled Lebanon because of the civil war, and they came here
Yeah.
to give us a better life. And to them, it's like we didn't leave Lebanon and leave our family and come all this way for you to not make something of yourself.
That's right.
And unfortunately, they can never kind of see. It's either doctor, lawyer, builder, like whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they can't really see past that, unfortunately.
That's right.
So you kind of experienced that too.
Yeah, and because also like I went to a private school. I was doing a Bachelor of Business Management, international management. I was in university, while also working 2 jobs and trying to make this music thing work. It was me literally trying to juggle everything and trying to make my parents happy and make myself happy. That was my thing,
Yeah.
And I actually kind of distanced myself a little bit from my any external noise. It could be friends or family that didn't believe in me, or that just felt very, at least, negative about the whole situation. I distanced myself as much as I could because I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
And that sort of drains you as well.
It drains you, man, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, you go to family gatherings and it's like, oh, how's that music thing going?
With that smile on their face.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's going well. It's like, oh yeah, how's that song? Oh yeah, that song. And I'm like, that song was 3 years ago. I've done way more than that after that. Yeah, so like, it's going good. It's fine. I'm getting there. I got this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was in my family. Like, music was my family and stuff. But like I said, it wasn't something that was pushed upon. Like, I didn't know any instruments. There was no vocal lessons. I just was so into pop culture. I was so into music. Like, boys my age were into cars and footy and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't into any of that. I was into music. I was into who wrote what song, who produced what song.
Right.
Listening to songs going, man, if I had this record, I would sing it like this. And that's how I started out. I started taking top.
So you kind of saw music for what it was very early on, like
Yeah.
being able to decipher songs and like, I would sing it like this and my vocals would be like this. And
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's something that not everybody has, right? That's a talent in itself.
Yeah. It's an ear for music.
Yeah.
It's, I never had because I didn't know any instruments and I couldn't produce at the time. I used to take, top 40 songs, songs that were hits at the time, and I would find the instrumental, the beat.
And you'd sing over it.
And I would completely remake the song, new melody, new lyrics, new everything. And not many people were doing that at the time. And because I was running a big fan page for the R&B singer Monica at the time, I'd get a lot of fans from America, right? A lot of African-American fans who are into music, into that sort of stuff. And one of them told me, they're like, you should upload your stuff on, at the time it was called SoundClick. Which is like SoundCloud now, right?
Yeah.
And so I did just that. I started recording the songs on this really crappy mic on my desktop, and I'd upload it, and then
And you were how old at this stage?
I think it was probably between 17. I was like, yeah, 16, 17, 18.
So
I was doing it.
Fresh out of school, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing and recording since I was 13, but actually uploading it to the platform, yeah, I'd say about 17, 18, something like that. And then that's when my manager and like my teammate, everything, we do everything together. Ronnie Diamond, he's the one that discovered me on SoundCloud. He actually saw my name as FAYDEE, right? FAYDEE. Saw that and was like, that's interesting. Like I'm pretty sure that's an Arab. Like sounds like an Arabic name, but I'm not sure, you know. I wasn't singing at the time Arabic music. I was just doing R&B
Covers
records.
and stuff like
Not
that.
cover, yeah, I guess some covers, true, and all that. And then he hit me up, and then it all started from there. So there's a lot more to it, but
I mean, there's always a lot more to it.
Yeah.
So at what point though was it like, you know, I'm all in? Was it before you met Ronnie, or did he kind of push you into that, like, let's go all in because he discovered you?
Yeah.
But was it prior to that you kind of said, no, I'm doing this?
No, I knew I wanted to do it from the age of 13. Like I knew that was it. I remember coming up to my mom. She had just woken up from like in the morning. It's good morning, mom. You know, she's still in bed, and I'm like, I know what I want to do, and she's like, what? And I was like, I want to be a singer. It's like, but you can't sing, and I'm like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, but I'm like, my mom is very, very honest.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't sing very well.
Okay.
But I felt like I had a voice. I could sing somewhat, maybe not to her standards, but I could sing. But as soon as she said that to me, I think that was the beginning of me trying to prove myself right. It started off proving myself to my parents. Then it was proving myself to my cousins. Then it was proving myself to my friends. And then now proving myself to strangers.
It would have been hard. Would have been hard being Lebanese and having to go through that because, like, pretty much spending the early years of your career just trying to prove yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And there was a lot of peers around me that had parents that put them in music school, that invested in them and put a lot of money in, all that sort of stuff.
You had none of that?
None of that stuff. Granted, my parents did an amazing job raising me, and they put me in private school and, you know, helped me in uni and all that sort of stuff. But on the music side of things, or what I wanted to do, they were nervous. They were worried about the whole thing. You know, my mum was worried about the drugs aspect, the stuff that comes with it.
The culture aspect,
the culture of the music industry, right? So, and as a parent now, I understand where they were coming from. But at that period, I'm like,
what are you talking about?
What are you doing? Like, why aren't you supporting me? What is and I'm just against them at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had peers around me that had everything to make a career for themselves, but they didn't have that drive and that thing to go, I'm going to prove you wrong. Like you'll see. You'll all see.
It must feel great today sitting here and essentially you've proved everybody wrong.
Yeah, man. It's been like periods of my career where there's moments in there where I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that's one thing to tick off the list, to be like, okay, I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you met your manager. He's reached out to you and said, yeah, you sound amazing. Like, let's make this work.
Yeah.
What was the next couple of years like? Because making songs and uploading them on the internet is one thing, but all of a sudden you've got a manager. Like, now it's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, I have someone that understood where I was coming from, and he also had an incredible vision. You know what I mean? Like, we worked well together. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, okay, just making songs and, all right, I got the song, I'm going to go and do my thing. It was a thing of like, let's work together. Let's make this a world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's essentially, you guys have been teammates from the start.
From the start.
Like it's
been...
There's no you without him, there's no him without you.
Yeah, we just work well together. You know what I mean?
Okay. And what was his background? Was he in music?
So he had a small label at the time, and it was a small label, and it had like a couple of artists on there that he was managing at the time, and there were artists that were buzzing in the area. So when that email was sent to me, those names popped up in the email. So I'm like, oh, to be honest, I got the name confused with someone else. It wasn't even the right artist that I was thinking about, but whatever it was, it pushed me in that direction. You know what I mean? And I was like, I went up to I was in Queensland at the time when I got the email. It was towards the end of the year, New Year's kind of time. And in Queensland, I have aunties that live there, and my grandparents were living there at the time, and they're very open-minded. It's like the opposite of what I had here in Sydney.
That's usually the case in Queensland.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They're very different. They're a lot more free-flowing.
More chill, right?
Yeah.
So when they heard my stuff, they were like, man, you're really good. Like, you should take this serious. You should go ahead with this. After they said that, I was like, okay, well, I did get this email, so so then I spoke to my mum, and I'm like, hey, Mum, I got this email. You know, they've got this studio. They want to meet up, and they're managing this person and this person. I just want to go meet them. And she's like, what if they kill you or kidnap you? Like, she's freaking out, you know? She's like, I'm like, no, I want to do it. And she's like, all right, we'll just take your brother with you. My brother was younger than me. He was, at that point, skinny, scrawny, short. Yeah. Now he's big and tall. But at that point, it was like, when I was like, all right, I'll take you. You know what I mean?
So just make mum happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I took him. We met at Hungry Jack's. And they said, all right, come to my studio. Went to the studio. It was in their house, in a bedroom. It was probably the size of, would you say the size of this room? Maybe a little bit bigger?
Probably the size of this studio.
A bit smaller? Yeah, it was a tight room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where the music started. So, you know, there was a producer, and my manager also, he does a lot of my videos. So he's very tech.
Yeah.
He films the videos?
He films the videos?
He films, you know, a big chunk of my videos. Okay. But when I'm overseas and stuff, I have other directors that film my stuff. So we had everything. And then the producer at the time, we started working together. We started making music. He wasn't as into it as we were, and I could sense that it was going really slow. So at the time, I said to Ronnie, I said, bro, it's taking too long. Like, I don't know what's going on, but
you feel the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just give me the softwares that he's using? It was Cubase at the time. Give me the software. Tell me what I need to buy. I'll go get the microphone, whatever. Just tell me what I need. I'll get it done. So then, like, I got in. He showed me how to use it. The producer at the time, his name was Andrew, showed me how to use it. He was very talented. Showed me how to use it and stuff. And then that's when I started producing music and writing and recording and mixing and mastering and doing all that stuff. So
from start to finish.
Yeah, from start to finish. And then and then just kept kind of going. Just kept being consistent, and YouTube came around.
Yeah. I was going to bring up your YouTube, you know, 1.5 million subscribers, 1 billion views.
Yeah, 1 billion views. Yeah, well, man,
it's nuts, man.
I think, I don't know where it's up to now, but it's amazing, bro.
It's amazing.
Before YouTube, actually, it was MySpace. I forgot. That was a big starting point for me. MySpace was a big starting point for me.
Right.
And that was a big starting point, and then YouTube came. But YouTube was the game changer, because YouTube was a thing that major labels out there were not accepting.
Yeah.
They were not accepting it. They were like, we want our videos to be played on MTV. And
yeah, because it wasn't the norm back then.
Yeah,
you know,
and Channel V.
Yeah.
And Rage.
Yeah.
And what was it? Video Hits and all that stuff.
Video Hits, R&B Hits.
Right?
Yeah. Rage every Sunday morning.
They want to make money, right?
Yeah.
And YouTube wasn't paying at the time.
Yeah.
So an artist like me is like, well, I don't really have any other platforms. I've only got people like maybe finding it on Napster or LimeWire or like those kind of like illegal platforms where, you know, they're downloading my music for free. And so, you know, because my manager was into videos and was very good with that sort of stuff, we started shooting videos with the music. That was the game changer, because no one could really just pick up a camera and shoot a music video, and a good one.
It was a big deal back then.
It was a big deal.
A music video.
You had to spend a lot of money to do a music video back
it wasn't cheap.
No. And, you know, Australian music videos back then were horrible. They weren't good.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, they're still horrible. Yeah. All right? They're still not that great.
There's just something about the camera angles in Australia, man. They just don't get them right.
They just don't know. All right? So, like, back then it was like, we just always, our inspiration was America.
Yeah.
It was American
But
music
that's
videos.
most like that's pretty much every young artist's inspiration, right? Like America, like
Well,
LA, New York.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't consumed in this world.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like around the friends around me going, like, I'm thinking about what they think I should be singing. And, oh, this is so sick, bro. But really, it sounds like crap.
Yeah.
No, always had a bigger vision. It was like, no, that's the standard that I want. And that's the standard that I'm going to do. So that's what we had in mind. That's why I felt like things progressed in the way they did.
Being yourself, essentially.
Being myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
was it hard though? Was it hard not because?
oh yeah.
Because like you were coming up in a time where exactly what we just said, it was really hard to get your name out there.
Yeah.
Filming videos was impossible and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and the dream was America.
Yeah.
A lot of artists coming out of Australia kind of conformed to the American way of making music.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Right? So
Yeah, that's true.
was it hard kind of not falling back to that because at the start it's really hard to get your name out there.
Yep.
So there must have been a phase or a point at the time where you kind of thought, what do I do? Like, do I keep being myself or do I conform to what the world wants?
Okay.
Or
It's a good question, man.
yeah.
It's so even though I said like we looked at America as like, the inspiration, it wasn't me looking at American artists going, oh, I want to be like that.
Like them.
It was more so of the quality of
Music
and videos and the way they kind of have this aura about them where it's like a bit untouchable.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So musically, I was very authentic with my music. That was the problem, is that Australia, the people accepted my music. They loved my music. They gravitated towards my music. The Lebanese community, the European community, they appreciated my music. It was the industry that always was against my music. Like literally against my music, to the point where, at the time I had a song that I released called Forget the World.
Yep.
And it was a hit song here in Australia, but they wouldn't play it. We tried to get them to play it. Okay, so what happened was, so Forget the World, it's done. We shoot the video at the time. I shot the video with a teen prankster group called Janoskians.
Mm-hmm.
And they were huge at the time. Well, they weren't huge at the time, but they were big. Like they were kind of buzzing a lot, And my manager at the time had seen them, and then he's like, you know what? You should do a song for them. They weren't doing music. He's like, you should do a song for them because they're popping right now, man. And their fan base is, it's a good one to tap into, and vice versa. I was like, yeah, cool. He knows me. I'm like, whenever we talk, it's kind of just like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? Like,
You're a yes man.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, unless something
ridiculous.
Something was just like, are you sure? But most of the stuff's like, yeah. So anyway, so I did the song for them. And then I said, do you want to be part of my video? So we did Forget the World together. This kind of, you see the video, it's kind of like it's based in a school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're bored in school and whatever. And they're, and I also shot me performing. At the time I was performing at Roxy's in Parramatta. I had a show there. So, I had my people around me, people in the industry. I had solo from Justice Crew at the time and Marvin Priest and Lazy J. And
so many memories.
Yeah, all this, yeah. Just like back then it was like Manny and like all my,
Roxy Friday
all
nights.
people. Yeah. So, so we shot that video. We released it. And at the same time, I had recorded another song called Laugh Till You Cry. And that has its own story. But Forget the World, we released it on YouTube. It's getting phenomenal views for an Australian artist. Number 1 on iTunes. Number 1 on MTV. It's time to take it to the major radio stations in Australia. Surely they'll play it now.
Well,
I already had a hit with Say My Name on the radio and a couple other ones before that. But Say My Name was like the song that,
it was a big track.
At least like for someone that's independent, it was a big track.
It was a big track.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to be humble. It was a big track.
Yeah. So I think it's time. I think they'll start playing my music, like the 104.1s, now the Kiss FM. You know what I mean?
The big players.
Yeah. So we send them the record. They come back to us saying the song is too Western Sydney.
To Western Sydney.
Oh, did they?
They said he's to Western Sydney.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm to Western Sydney. Yeah, see, I always thought it was the song. Okay, that's even... Okay, I'm to Western Sydney.
Right.
So I don't know how you want to take that.
How do you take that?
How do you take that? I took it in a very... they thought I was too Lebo.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what they were trying to say.
100%.
Let's be real.
What do you mean by I'm too Western Sydney?
Western
What does
Sydney.
that mean?
Oh, you're too woke. You're too arrogant.
The song wasn't even Western Sydney. The song was a full pop dance record.
Yeah.
All right? Like, it couldn't have got a more Australian radio than it was. But I was too Western Sydney. And that was the point where it was like, we need to stop focusing on trying to please the Australian industry. And luckily at the time, I was, like I said before, I was working 2 jobs. I was working for my dad, you know, in his business. He had a mixed business. And I was working just packing boxes in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And I'd finished my degree and everything. I worked in the office world and I did all the sales stuff. I got fired. I did all that, you know, fun stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm the same. I studied business as well at
Did
university.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I was a banker as well.
Oh,
and
yeah?
It just
Wow.
wasn't for me, man.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's
The
for
whole
some
office world is
people.
not
It's
for
not.
me.
It's not for
Yeah.
others. You know what I mean? And back then, to like completely just put that to the side and focus on something that's like that's gonna make you an entrepreneur or like creative, it's unheard of, right?
They look down on.
They look down on
But
it.
it was more. It was always because they kind of were worried. That's what it was.
Worried, but also it was a thing of like they don't want to see you win because then they're gonna be left behind.
No, I was talking about family.
Yeah,
Like your direct family.
I'm talking about family too. Not my direct family, not my parents, not my brothers and sisters. I'm talking about certain people.
Yeah.
Certain people.
I see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
That's like they don't want to see it happen.
I see that.
They're more talented than me.
Yeah.
If they want to make it work, they could have made it work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I understand that they were like that. They never, you know, when you're raised like that, I get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
it's instilled in us. It's
Raised
like,
with a limited
you can't,
mindset.
you
Yeah,
can't,
you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Or you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it. Yeah.
So when somebody
exactly.
like you says, I'm going to step out and do it, it's like,
Yeah.
well, who does he think he is?
Exactly. You know?
I could have done it.
Yeah, I could.
But I didn't.
Oh my God, bro. When I was working
Yeah.
at the warehouse, let me tell you, I had a song with Maddie called Should Have Known that came out. And it was that was actually the start of like my first time getting played on daytime radio on the Edge 96. That was a hard thing to do. To get played on the daytime was very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. And I remember like they, you know, they're supportive and stuff. They were very supportive to me. Then we're watching the video, you know, somewhere in on our lunch break. We're watching the video for Should Have Known. And they're just hating. And they're just like, not on me, because I'm there. They're not going to hate on me. I'm in front of them.
Well, they're going to hate on you in front of you.
That's what I'm saying. They're hating on Manny, right?
Yeah.
Or they, you know, so they're going, oh, I could do that. Literally saying that stuff. Like, man.
I could have done that.
No, yeah, I could do that. I could have done that. I could have done better.
Yeah.
And all I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, if you want to do that, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's that tall poppy coming out, man.
exactly. Yeah. It's, you know,
That's the whole Australian culture thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
It's
all
not even a family thing. It's just an Australian cultural thing.
100%.
Yeah.
So with Laugh Till You Cry, I was working at the time. I was on my lunch break, and my manager at the time, my manager calls me up, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm on my lunch break." He's like, "I have an idea," and I'm like, "What are you thinking?" He's like, "I need you to get back to like your roots of like what you were doing when you first started making music." And I told you I was into R&B music, right? And when I first started putting it up on SoundCloud and all that, it was R&B kind of music.
Yeah.
And if you listen to my first album, Never Saw Me Coming, my debut album, it's really R&B pop music. There's no dance.
There's no dance tracks.
There's no Say My Name, there's no Forget the Words, none of that stuff. I was catering more to, I enjoyed it, I loved it, but I was catering more to Australia, right?
Yeah.
So he said, I need you to get back to that.
Be you.
Yeah.
Be authentic.
And I need you to really reel in on like, think about something that your ex did to you and go into that. I want that kind of record. And I was like, yeah, all right, I got something in mind. I actually had written something already on a dance record. It was called, I think it was Laugh Till You Cry, but it was on a dance record.
Right.
Completely different melody,
Yeah.
same kind of concept, right?
Yeah.
So I had something in my mind when he said it. I was like, yeah, I got it. He's like, I've got this video in mind. He's like, it's very simple. It's just going to be you in front of a car. At that point, I don't think we had Lazy J in mind yet, right? Not yet. Yeah. And he's like, I got this girl. She's beautiful. She'll be perfect for the video. Just trust me. And I was like, all right. Like, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I'm here sitting on my lunch break, you know, about to go back to work.
Yeah.
You know? So I got in the studio with Divi Poda, who produced the record. Talented producer from Canberra. Get in. We've been working together on Say My Name, Forget the World, and my whole debut album. We worked together. I said, bro, we're working on an R&B record today. And he's like, what?
What are you talking about?
I'm like, what do you mean? And I was like, just trust me. I have this idea. This is the vibe I'm looking for.
This is what we're doing.
We were listening to some Chris Brown and stuff at the time. This is the vibe.
Yeah.
So then I remember he titled the session, I guess we're doing an urban record today. That was the title of Laugh Till You Cry. So that's how, like, whatever. I guess we're doing an urban record today. So I did it. I wrote it, recorded it, mixed, mastered it, did all that stuff. And then we shot the video. I think that's at the time, actually. Yeah, Ronnie, you did bring up Lazy J to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, when did you bring Lazy J?
Yeah, so he brings up Lazy J to me. He's like, this
I love his music, by the way.
Yeah, he's so talented,
he's
bro.
Talented,
Such
man.
a cool guy. He was doing X Factor at the time.
Yeah.
He was doing X Factor.
Yep.
So he goes to me, this guy just finished off X Factor. He's got this cool look to him, and, the guy can rap. So what do you think? Like, I reckon send the song to him and let's see if he'll do it. Lazy J jumped on it, killed it. And then we went to go shoot the video. He had somewhere to go. We shot it very quickly. He jumped on his, I don't know, it was a train. He had an appointment or something, and he's off. And then that's it. Video's done, song's done. 3 weeks after Forget the World, we release Laugh Till You Cry. And I remember, like, I was at work at the time, and I'd go on YouTube to see how it's going and whatever it is. And I'm like, 50,000 views. Like, what? It's only been, I don't know how long.
Because that track exploded when it came out.
Yeah, but I didn't know it exploded at the time. So then I got requested to do my very first show in Germany. My very first international show, in Germany. And it was a big festival. Yeah. Non-paid gig, just flights and accommodation. I was like, oh my God,
you got to do it. You have to do it.
Let's do it. Are you serious? Let's go. And at that time, I didn't have Laugh Till You Cry on my set. I had Forget the World on my set, plus, like, Psycho, Say My Name, all these records that I did. And then so I get to the festival, and I'm like walking to the stage, kind of like getting in. And man, that was my first experience of, like, seeing what Laugh Till You Cry was doing. Yeah. People coming up to me from Netherlands, from Germany, from France, from I don't know from where, going, oh my God, FAYDEE, I love your music. I love Laugh Till You Cry.
What an amazing feeling.
Oh my God.
What an amazing feeling.
Laugh Now, Cry Later. They were calling it something else. I'd go to and then I come back to Sydney, and then I'm going to Ivy's or like these clubs, and they're coming up to me going, I love Laugh Till You Cry. And I'm thinking, that's not on the radio. Because at the time, radio was such a big thing. Yeah. But how are you hearing this record?
This is well before streaming.
Yeah, before streaming. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how is that your favorite song? Like, why is it just like going around like this? You know what I mean? So then going back to Germany, I'd finished the show, and we decided to go to Amsterdam for the day, and we're waiting, ready to like take the train to Amsterdam. And then I go on YouTube, and I see that it's like jumped up. It's been jumping up 100,000 views a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 100,000 views a day. And I look at Ronnie, and I'm like, bro, something's happening somewhere. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. But this song is popping off somewhere. And then before I know it, I get hit up by an agent over there in Europe. And it was Romania. That was the very first country that it blew up in. Like really blew up in. Yep. And I didn't realize how much it blew up in until I got there. And it was set up for me to do a few shows there for the month. I get there, and they're playing the song. When I tell you, this is what I wanted to experience in Australia. Yeah. Where it was like, you get in the taxi, it's on the radio. You go to the gym, it's on the TV. Yeah. You go to the clubs, they're playing it in the clubs. And at that time, I'm like, it's an R&B mid-tempo record. Yeah. I thought they like Euro music here. They had the inners, they had the records that like Saxo Beat, the Stereo Love, those kind of records. Yeah. How is this song a hit here? Yeah. They loved it, man. And they were playing it like it was just the best thing ever. Like, it was the number one song there. And
you probably never would have expected that when you recorded the track.
No way.
Like Europe, Netherlands, Romania.
No, never. And and then so from then on, I started touring. I got offered to do another kind of tour run.
Did the paid gigs start coming in then?
They started coming in.
Because up until that point, you weren't getting paid.
I was getting paid. I'm getting paid.
Now you're getting paid.
Now I'm getting paid. Now
Yeah.
I'm getting paid. And I'm still working, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm still working.
Okay.
And then my manager calls me up. We're just talking about something, you know, like, I don't know, what we're doing next or whatever. And I said something like, oh, man, I'm like, I got to get up tomorrow at 4 a.m.
Go to work.
I did the morning shift. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
What are you talking about?
what are you doing? Are you still working? And I'm like, yeah. And
So you're
he's like,
popping off all over Europe and you're still getting up at 4 a.m.
yeah.
Resilience, man. Like that's
Yeah.
that's well done.
And he's like, what are you doing? Why are you working? And I'm like, man, I'm looking after my family. My missus. We're building a future together here, right? I've got a mortgage. I bought a house at 21.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pay this mortgage off.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I now stop working and this is the last song that's a hit song for me,
You're screwed.
what am I going to do?
Yeah.
That was going in my mind. I'm telling him this and he's like, bro,
Gotta back
quit.
yourself.
You're going to be good.
You
Trust
gotta back
me.
yourself, man.
And then that was it. After that,
That's it. You quit that day?
quit that. Then, yeah, I guess when I could quit, probably the next week.
So that must have felt great though, because
Yeah.
you know you've been working 2 jobs and early
Yeah.
shifts and pretty much recording music and touring for free up until that point.
Yeah.
Now the money's coming in.
Yeah.
Now you're quitting your job.
Yep.
I'm a full-time artist.
Yeah. And I remember like there was a band that was playing when I was first starting out. It was a band that was playing at an RSL club.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, he's playing at an RSL club. Like, that's amazing.
That's a dream.
That's such a dream.
Yeah.
I got him. I said when he got off stage, I was like,
How did you get this gig?
no. How long is it going to take you? How long did it take you? Sorry. How long did it
Yeah.
take you to get to this point? And he goes, 10 years. And I said, 10 years. It's going to take me a year, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
probably not even that. Because when you first start, you're so delusional.
But you have to be.
You have to be delusional.
You have to be. You can't get into this thinking, will I make it, will I not make it?
No.
You've already lost it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Delusion was the biggest ingredient of my success, I think. I had you have to have some delusion in you
Yeah.
to believe in yourself like
Yeah.
that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, yeah, all right. Took me 6 years.
I mean, still half of it took them. So.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so, you know,
the delusion
a bit
worked.
faster than they did, but eventually it worked. Yeah,
Can't let it go.
yeah,
When did that one drop, man? 'Cause that one to me is FAYDEE.
yeah,
You know.
Yeah, I
To
think
me, anyway.
yeah. I think to a lot of people,
You
I
know,
think
that one is FAYDEE.
that's
like,
the staple FAYDEE record.
Yeah.
That's the
200 million hits on YouTube.
insane,
Like it's the real deal.
insane.
How did that one come about? And what was the reaction like?
So, okay, so Can't Let Go came about. Like I told you, I was producing my records. Obviously, I'd have help from talented producers like Divi Poda. At the time, I started working, after Laugh Till You Cry, I started working with a producer named Khaled Rahim.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very talented producer that, at the time, he worked with a lot of big names.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and all these names, Jay Sean, you know. He's worked with Rihanna, he's worked with Kid Leroy, like...
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's the real deal,
Yeah.
right? He said, I want to work on this next record with you. And I said, all right. I said, I have this song that I started. And at that time, I just some like, dun, 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 just very simple chords. I couldn't play more than that, and some drums.
Yeah.
And I sang the "Can't live a day without you, baby." Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. And when I hear, and then I sang all the way up to the hook. The hook wasn't created yet. It was just the verse, and you know. And I sent it to him, and then we get in the studio, and then he takes the vocal, and then he plays with my vocal, and then just gets the can't go, can't. You know that little high pitched vocal.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I was like goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, like
This is a hit.
this is it. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And then we finished the song until we got it perfect. I would like, we had the hook left, right? So I would like, he was in LA at the time, I think, and I was here, and then I met him in LA, and I would go back and forth with him with the song to finish this hook, and he'd be like, "No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it." Eventually, he was like, "This is it." And then the song is done, right? The song is done. We love the song. Now it's time for a video.
Yeah.
At the time, actually, sorry, I have to say this. Before the song was done, while I was in the middle of writing the song, my manager calls me up and he's like, "I have an idea for this song that you're doing." I'm in LA at the moment. At the time, he was managing the Janoskians and was popping off over there in LA, and I was in Sydney working on the song. He said to me, Jay and Ariana Grande, Jay Brooks from the Janoskians and Ariana Grande were a couple.
Okay.
They had broken up at the time. He said to me, "I want to do a video based on their relationship."
Okay.
And the reason why I ended up changing it lyrically, where I'm saying stuff like, "You say you wanna trust me now, but then you go and change your mind," like that sort of stuff, was because he told me he wants to do a video for their relationship. So I ended up making it a little bit more complicated. It wasn't just like a love song. Yeah. It was something that just like a little bit of like back and forth pull, right?
Yes.
And then it's time to shoot the video. We get Jay Brooks to be the love interest, and then we end up getting this girl who was she popped off online for some eyebrow dance. What was her name again? Sarah Ellen. That's it, Sarah Ellen. And she's still doing her thing now. She's like killing it in the modeling world and stuff. We got her in the video, and I came to LA and we shot it in LA, and then we released it, and it just
exploded
after that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and man, I'm talking all around the world.
Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm talking countries that can't speak English.
What year was that?
2014, I think.
I was in America at the time.
Were you?
Yeah, I heard it in America.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so I was in New York at the time.
That trips me out, man.
Yeah.
That trips me out.
I remember that was the first time I heard it. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, see, because when I got booked to like now paid bookings to Germany, I went to Germany, and I remember like talking to the promoter, and the promoter's like, he's like, "Bro, all the DJs are playing this song."
Yeah.
And again, I'm thinking to myself, How?
Yeah.
It's not a dance record. It's not an up tempo, full on. But sorry, am I allowed to swear?
No, you can be yourself, man. No, you can be yourself.
Sorry,
like,
Mom.
no, you swear. Sorry, Mom.
And they're playing it, and I'm like, this is amazing, man. And at the time, you really don't think you're as big as you actually are.
I don't think you ever really think you're as big as you actually are.
You really don't, man.
I think it's always surreal.
Yeah, you're just always like grinding, and you're just thinking like, no, like it's not. That's
because you're thinking long term. You're thinking a career. You're thinking what's next. Like
yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not kind of living in the moment. You're like so when it does pop off.
Yeah.
Like you got to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, and you're busy, and a lot of the stuff also takes time for it to hit. Like
because some tracks come out and they take a couple of months to hit.
Yeah, but even if the song's popped off, right?
Yeah.
The benefits of it, or like the feeling of, oh man, like this song, this is actually a hit song, comes after. It doesn't come at the moment. You don't feel it as much at the moment. It's weird. So yeah.
How did the collab with Shaggy come about? Because that was massive. That was huge.
Yeah.
You know, Shaggy was an icon growing up.
Yeah, man. That was so...
You know, Angel and Wasn't Me. And
yeah, man.
It was...
That was insane. So at the time when Can't Let Go was out,
I
had a club show. I had some shows in Europe, and I was in Romania at the time.
You're living the life at this point, man.
Yeah,
traveling the world.
Yeah, man. It was good.
Full-blown artist.
Great. Yeah. So I had a show, in Europe, and then I was in Romania at the time, and then my agent at the time had said to me, "There's this producer. His name's Costi. He was doing like very Oriental Romanian music.
Mm-hmm.
They called it gypsy music there." And he's like, "You got to come. He wants to meet you, to do a song." So he had a song already done and whatever. And, I said, "Yeah, cool, whatever. We'll do it." You know what I mean? Did the song. And then I said, "But I want to I want to do this fun, party, Arabic, English record.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it excites them,
Yeah.
right? They're he's excited at this point. He's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. So he creates these chords, and then he's like, I don't know, just sing some stuff, like just sing some melodies. And I was like, Habibi, le, Habibi, le, Habibi, le, 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 le. And he's like,
That's it.
that's it. He's like, that's it. He's like, get in the booth right now and start recording that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but what's le 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 le? I was like, what is that? I feel like I need to put something there. He's like, no, just sing it as it is.
Yeah.
So
It
then,
had that Arabic to it. You know?
yeah, it was just very simple, but it was
Yeah.
like, let's go. You know what I mean? So get in there and I record it, and then in the booth I start writing my verse, and then I write the second verse. So there is a second verse out there that didn't make the cut because Shaggy ended up coming on board.
Jumping on the song, yeah.
So, and then I wrap it up. Actually, before I wrap it up, he goes to me, I need you to sing the Habibi Lay, but something in English.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why? Sounds fine the way it is. He's like, just trust me. Just trust me. Just look, just do something in English there.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I going to sing? I don't know. I need your love. I need your love. I need your la 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 love. Right?
And it was like, that's it.
And it's like, yeah, cool, that's perfect. And then I'm like, let me love you, oh, oh, oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm like, I still gotta fill that part out. What's, oh, 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 what is that?
Yeah.
I gotta feel that was something.
Yeah.
You can't just sing, oh, oh, oh.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a lyric there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't worry, just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll fix it later. We didn't fix it later. We left it the way it was. I get back to Sydney, and I remember thinking when I was on the plane on the way back to Sydney, I'm like, I cannot, speaking to my manager at the time, like, we cannot get that hook out of our head.
Yeah. It's like, what do we do?
Like there's something special about this record, right?
Yeah.
Get back to Sydney, I'm playing it for...
Because Shaggy hasn't jumped on at this point.
hasn't jumped on at this point.
Yeah.
This is just a song as it is.
Yeah.
I'm playing it for my producer friends. I'm playing it for my family. And everyone is tripping out over this record.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh my God, this record is like just something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back to Romania at some point. This is, I think, close to a year later, maybe.
So this was in the making for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. Because actually I had wrote that song after Laughter You Cry. Not even Can't Let Go yet was out. And then Can't Let Go came out. So I came back to Europe.
Yeah.
And then that's when Costi ends up coming to see me at a show. And then he's like, I finished the record. Do you want to hear it? And he plays it for me. And he like kind of just gave it the guitar and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he's like, what do you think if like me and you collaborate on this song? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But we've got another song that's about to come out that we've already done. I was thinking this would be more of a solo record for me. And he's like, all right. He's like, what if I put someone like Shaggy on there? And maybe Mohambi. And I'm like, well, if you can put Shaggy on there, Mohambi, great.
Shaggy, I'm taking Shaggy, right?
Like, yes, please, go for it. So then I go back to Sydney, and I remember waking up one morning to the email.
Shaggy's coming on.
And it's got Shaggy on there.
Wow.
Rapping his parts. And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening.
Yeah.
And then it's now time to shoot the video.
Yeah.
I haven't met Shaggy. I haven't met Mohambi. The song is done. What are we going to do? Mm-hmm. So I'm back in Europe doing my thing. Costi calls me up. He's like, Shaggy's going to be in Spain on this date.
You got to make your way there.
He said, if you want to shoot,
let's do it.
Come through now. And I'm happy to shoot. I said, all right, let's do it. So then we jump on the flight. We get to Sweden first. And from Sweden, we're going to Spain. Mm-hmm. I meet Mohambi at the airport in Sweden for the first time. Hey, man, how are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah, we have a great record. Let's go. Yeah. Get on the plane. Shaggy's there. Business class. Hello, Shaggy.
Hello, Shaggy.
Nice to meet you. I'm the one on the song. I'm FAYDEE. Nice to meet you. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
We're all sitting on the plane. And I remember thinking at that moment, I was like, nobody has any idea on this plane that they have a song that's about to be released that they're gonna know.
It's gonna be a global
and
hit.
love.
It's gonna be a global hit.
Yeah, and they have no idea.
Yeah. That's
I remember
crazy.
thinking that. Yeah. And then we shot the video in Spain, and I remember being very a part of the video as well, just being very present, like, you know, why are the girls singing in the video? They shouldn't be singing. They're dancing too much around Shaggy. Like, get them to relax. Stuff like that. I was like, I had so much faith in the song.
Yeah.
And and then we finished the video, and then I had a very big performance in Europe where it was a great venue in front of like 40,000 people, where it was a great place to premiere new music.
Yeah.
And I said to Costi, I'm like, I have this coming up. I really think we should release it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll talk to the director. He'll get it done and we'll release it. At the time, I think Shaggy and Habibi were kind of like doing their thing, and this song was just a song that they did at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really knew. They knew it was a great song, but I don't think they
didn't know
really
how big
knew
it was gonna be.
Yeah. So we released it. I had performed the song, released it, and then it just started to bubble and bubble and bubble. And then I came back to Sydney one day, and then Shaggy had done a 3-way or 4-way call with us, and was like, he's like, listen, he's like, I've got a deal coming up with Sony, and I want this song to be a part of the deal. And at the time, I was very against major labels, because I just felt like they don't really do anything. And being independent and stuff, I was very nervous about kind of like going in that direction and being shelved or being like put on the back burner or like, I don't know, being sucked dry and then just losing my identity. I was worried about that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah. So, fair to be worried about that. Yeah.
So he goes, you know, they're going to push it and this and that. I was the last one on that collaboration that said yes to that. Eventually I said yes. And it was a great decision to make because, in fact, they did push it, but the song did its thing. Yeah. And did its thing so much that they ended up taking notice of it and really pushing it. Yeah. And that was the moment where my manager was in LA, and he was with the Janoskians in the car, and I was in Europe. I was living in Florence at the time. And he had his headphones on. Remember this? He had his headphones on. And one of the Janoskian boys were like, what was the radio station? Power 106.
Biggest radio station in LA.
Yeah. The song's playing. And they're like, Ronnie. Yeah. FAYDEE's on the radio. And that was the moment where it was like, Imagine you being the manager of your artist, right?
Yeah.
And you guys have been working for so long.
We've made it.
And doing your thing. And then it's like, you hear. Not that you planned it. You didn't go, oh, okay, I'm trying to get this song on the radio.
You weren't trying to get it on the radio. It got on the radio.
It got on the radio, right? Because he's doing his thing. Sony's doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
And you're in the car. And this is how organic. That's what I've got to say. My career has been in a very organic way.
Yeah.
And it's on the radio in LA.
What a moment. What a moment for you.
Yeah. And then that was the period where I remember thinking I made it. And it was when the song charted on the Hot 100 Billboard charts.
Yep.
Number 66 to be exact. Which I know some people might think that's nothing.
No, that's
But
huge.
I think a lot more people will think,
that's huge.
Do you know how hard it is to get it on the Hot 100 Billboard charts? We're not talking the top 20 or top 100 R&B single charts,
this
pop
is
charts, dance charts,
everything.
Not against those charts, but we're talking the official. We've got like the best of the best. You're competing with major labels on this.
You're competing with major artists.
Yeah, we're talking Rihanna. We're talking Taylor Swift. We're talking all these people, right?
Major artists.
Yeah. Debuted on there, and that was it. I was like, oh my god! Like I never thought in my life or in my career, I would have had a song that would have made it ever on the Billboard charts and in America.
Yeah.
That was so far away, man.
Yeah.
So far away. And then, I remember telling like my parents, like, Mom, Dad, I made it. I charted on the Hot 100 Billboard charts in America. Do you understand? And they're like, that's great. But what about Lebanon?
Oh, you can't take the Arab out of it, can you?
Yeah, you can't. But eventually I gave them Lebanon. So
what an amazing feeling, though.
Yeah, man, it was nice.
Like, did you soak it in? Where you're like, because I've made it. Like, I've actually made it. Like, at this point, like,
I did. I soaked it in. I soaked it in. I did. And it was a really difficult period at the same time, because right before that happened, a few months before, when the song was out but it hadn't hit in America yet, I had a situation where I got my visa taken away from me in America. So I couldn't access American soil for a period of time.
Wow.
Because I didn't have the right visa going in.
Yeah.
So I didn't have access. And there was a point in time where we got invited to perform on the Today Show in New York City.
And you couldn't go.
In the city outside.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it.
Shit.
That was so hard.
That would have been heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I trended on Twitter at that time, so I can just keep my name out there. It was amazing. But yeah, that was the moment where I was like, oh man. But either way, like the success of it all and what it did for me, and the countries that I traveled to.
You really got to live the artist lifestyle. Like, you really got to live it and breathe it. So you kind of, like you said, you were delusional at the start, and you had to have that delusion to kind of believe you were going to get there, and then you've made it, and now you're actually living that.
Now I'm living it, and it's here to stay.
It's here to stay.
That's what it felt like. I was like, okay, it's here to stay. I'm not a one-hit wonder.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, I think at that point you've had proved you're not a one-hit
wonder.
wonder.
I know, but you just think, you got. You do a song, and then you're like, all right, do another song. It's okay, maybe this is it. And then, if you can have more than two classic records that people will be attached to for the rest of their lives,
that's an achievement.
That's something that, to be proud of, and like, So.
You're still releasing music now. You released a track last week.
I did. Yeah, still coming, man.
Yali Yali.
Yali Yali.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how did that one come about?
So I flew to Europe this year, middle of this year, and went there. Had a big show. It was called Beach Fest. It's a massive festival, and I decided to make some music while I was there.
Yeah.
And the vibe over there in Europe is like, we want, like now more than ever, we want that Arabic vibes. We want it. We breathe it. We love it.
The Arabic vibes are trending across the world at the moment.
And
the whole Gulf states and the UAE and all that, it's kind of shunned the light.
Everyone is like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy to see that.
Because that's what you've worked your whole life for, right?
Yeah, I've worked my whole life, and it was a fight. It was a fight.
Because you'll inspire the next gen now. I hope hopefully to do that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, 100%. I hope to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like that's what you hope to do. You know, like you hope that the next generation will have an easier time to get to even further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with Yali Yali and Kida Air, both those records that I released, very Arabic influence. And with Yali Yali, man, I walked into the studio late. And the writer was in there and the producer was in there. And because I was late, they kind of started with this melody. And it was the Yali Yali, it was like that. And I was like, what is that? And usually I'll come in and I'll start it, or I will change it. And I'm like, I think there was a sign. There's a reason why I did it. I was supposed to come in late. Do you know what I'm saying?
And sometimes you gotta leave it as it is.
Yeah, just that hook melody is amazing. Let's just change some lyrics here and there, and let's continue the record.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I finished it, I was like, this needs to get released one way or another.
Yeah.
Like, you get to that point in your career where you're like, you don't really care what anyone thinks. You just want to.
Because you've proven yourself.
You want to release songs like, you know what, I'd like this on my catalog.
Yeah, you're now. You don't have to release songs. You're releasing songs because you want to release songs.
Because I want to release songs. Because I love it.
And when you get to that point in your career, you're doing it out of love. You're no longer
100%.
chasing that.
That's
I'm
right.
trying to make it.
There's a period of time in my career where I was like that, where I
Yeah.
had to be like that, and I started to lose myself.
Of course.
Yeah, and that was in between after I Need Your Love happened.
Yeah.
I had released songs after that. They were
Yeah.
all big songs.
Yeah.
Far Away, Move On, Love in Dubai, Nobody with Cataluna, bunch of big records that I released. But when I was creating new music, I was constantly thinking about radio. Yeah. I'm like, I got to keep this up.
Yeah.
And then you start to lose yourself. And then there was a period of time when I called my manager. It was towards the end of the year. I said, I think we were chasing the Western world.
Yeah.
I was like trying to do music to cater to the Western world, which is something I never did.
Yeah.
And that's when I felt like I started to lose myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I chasing the Western world? I'm the king at what I do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be me.
So I need to be the king
Yeah.
of what I do.
Yeah.
So that's when I released a song, I recorded a song called Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the next chapter of my career, where same thing. He had a vision and he's like, my manager's like, I have this vision for a video. Trust me. Just give me that song.
Yeah.
I did the song. Crazy had that 80s pop vibe to it.
Yes, it did.
It was one of those records, again, where it was like everyone around me just absolutely frothed over it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't thinking about radio. I wasn't thinking about anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just want to make a great pop song.
Just want to make a song for you.
Just a great song.
Yeah.
So I did that. And then I left it up to him with the video.
Yeah.
He created this whole set in his garage. If you watch the video, it looks like we're at this retro pink, what do you call it? Diner.
Mm-hmm.
And you would never think
Yeah.
that it was created from scratch and, and that song ended up all over the radio in Europe.
Yeah.
I didn't plan it. I hadn't had a radio hit song in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And right after that was another song that became a huge record that I recorded at the same time. There was a few records actually. Habibi, I Need Your Love. Oh my God, wrong one. Sorry. Oh my God, I got it wrong. Habibi Elvi.
Habibi. Yeah.
And
Because now you're making music. You're at that point in your career where you're making music for you,
yeah, just making it for me.
and it's and that started to pop off again.
Bro, that
Because
was
you're being authentic.
yes.
Yeah.
That was on Khloe Kardashian's playlist.
Yeah.
All this stuff started happening. Like, it was insane. I would perform it. I would go to perform it, right?
Yeah.
In Sydney, in Europe, wherever it is. Especially in Australia. I'd go sing in Melbourne or Sydney or whatever it was. And when that song would come on, everyone would go insane. And I'm like, I had no idea this was a hit. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
It was like you were saying earlier, like you never really know it's a hit.
No, until later. That's what I
Until
mean. Like,
later,
until
yeah.
later. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And yeah, man, that was it. And then, at that same period, man, I was going through a really rough patch in my life. And I remember I was living somewhere at the time where my studio was in the garage, right? And the sound wasn't good. So I took my studio and I put it in my little wardrobe that I had at the time. And I was going through it and I recorded, this is before COVID, just before COVID, in 2019. I recorded a song called Better Days.
Yeah.
With a DJ, very talented, Armin Ketchen, his name is. When I tell you, that song is my biggest Spotify, other than I Need Your Love,
Yeah.
Spotify streamed, or my biggest streamed song to date. No music video.
Yeah.
That is my biggest song.
Wow.
Almost 60 million plays on Spotify.
Wow.
On Spotify.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And that was a song that I did because I just wanted to I need to let it out.
Yeah.
And it was a song about just praying and hoping that there's going to be better days coming. You know what I mean? And I guess COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then people just resonated. It resonated.
Good time to release that sort of song.
Yeah,
man.
well, it was. And I released it before COVID happened. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. You don't know when
Happens
your music
after.
is going to pop,
Happens
man.
after, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been very blessed to be able to just continue making music and make songs that resonates with people.
So you're a father now. You got a daughter.
Mm-hmm. And a son.
And a son.
Mm-hmm.
And a son.
Mm-hmm.
So what's next for you?
Oh,
It's
man,
different
what's
now that you
next
got
for
a
me?
family.
Yeah, no, you know what? I've been like, my daughter's turning 8 now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I take my family around with me as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
When she was 4 months old, before she turned 4 months, I was traveling a lot and leaving for like 6 weeks at a time. During my wife's pregnancy, it was the same thing. I was gone
Went around, yeah.
for a while, come
Yeah.
back and, try and be there as much as I could. I missed out on monumental moments and stuff like that with the pregnancy, whatever. And I remember when she hit 4 months, I came home and I held her and I was like, you feel way different than you felt 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw you. I'm like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
So then I started to be like, you know what, whenever I can, come with me.
Yeah.
Just come with me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see her passport, man, she's got more stamps than a grown-ass adult that's in their 60s.
Yeah.
Her first, gig or first thing that I took her with at 4 months was New York.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of kept
That would have
my
been
family
awesome.
around.
That would have been awesome having your family around with you.
It was, man. It really was.
Yeah.
And then to see them, like, we'd be in Europe and stuff, and they'd see my songs on the TV and radio and stuff like that, and they got no idea. You know what I mean?
What's it like now? Hearing your daughter sing. She must sing your songs, right?
Yeah, she does, man.
Yeah.
She does.
What's that like?
She's great. She's so talented. Like, she's
You gonna follow
she's a
Dad?
gymnast
Dad's
as well.
footsteps, or?
I don't know. I mean, she loves to sing, and
Yeah.
she tells me that she wants to be a singer, or a teacher, one of those two. And I'm gonna support her for whatever she is, man. She just won 2 gold medals, New South Wales state medals for gymnastics. Like, she's so determined.
That's
and
amazing.
she's so talented. And my son as well. He's musical.
Yeah.
Yes, he
How old
plays
is he?
stuff. He's 5 now.
Yeah. Okay.
He plays stuff with, like, he was beatboxing at the age of 2, 3,
Yeah.
just the rhythm.
Yeah.
So
he's got it in him.
He's got it in him.
He's got it in him.
And he's starting to play piano now, and he just knows what he's doing. And I can see it. I can see that he's got an ear for music. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah,
right?
well,
So, Well, the difference is this time you'll be supporting. You're gonna be like, "What are you talking about? You're not gonna be a singer, man." Like you're.
Yeah, no, of course, no. I'm gonna be like, how can I help you?
How can I help you?
You know.
Well, hey, man, he's got your platform to jump off of, man. It's like an awesome springboard,
I'm
right?
sure he's gonna want his own platform.
Yeah.
And he's do his own thing, but at least I'll be there to guide him to, to steer away from certain things and help him along the way and make sure that he's good, and she's good. Yeah.
Fatherhood's been rewarding though.
Very, man. Ronnie's always known this about me. Family's always been a big thing for me. You know what I mean? It's just always been a big thing for me. You know what I mean? Like, just always spent quality time with my wife, always spent quality time with my family as much as I can. I just think that, like, if I didn't, I would have regretted it now.
Yeah.
I would have just been like, so many years went by and there wasn't that balance there. There's been times where I've been away touring months at a time, alone in my apartment, and all around me
That's
is just
hard.
yeah, all
That's
around me is
hard.
just like my dancers, my
That's
this,
hard.
my that, and there's no real genuine friendship and love and family there. And there's been times I call my manager and I'm like Ronnie,
You got all these people around you, but you still feel lonely.
yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm going a little bit crazy now, man. I need to go back home. I need a dose of, like, realness.
You need a dose of realness.
Yeah,
Dose of family.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's what's kept me grounded and, just happy.
Before we wrap it up, like when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your legacy to be? Like, because as we said, you and Masari, and they're the only two that I knew, and you said Carl Wolf, but you guys are the first to have done this.
Yeah.
But surely you don't want to be the last.
No, definitely not. I don't know, man. I just want to be someone that, like, just left something of importance in this world and like made to feel like doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter, what kind of obstacles are in your way. If you stay consistent and you work hard and you believe in timing, you're going to get there. and you're going to make it. And don't be ashamed where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ashamed where I came from. I've always been an advocate for Gaza and what's happening there, for the Arabic culture. I've always been kind of the forefront and made sure that like never felt ashamed of it, never felt like, oh man, like I need the industry to love me more and like they don't understand and I've always had to like just block everything out and just keep going, just do what I believe is right. And if you just keep going, eventually you're going to be respected for it, you're going to be loved for it, and you're going to be appreciated for it. And I just hope that that is something that people can see. And
well, you're living proof, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
FAYDEE, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Truly inspiring. And I really hope, you know, you continue to inspire the next generation to pick up where you're going to leave it off. Not that your career's done. I'm sure you got a...
No, man, we're going to have fun together.
You got a lot left in you. But your story is inspirational, man. And I really hope... Because, I mean, a big part of why I started this podcast was to bring people like yourself on to inspire the next generation. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So if you can just inspire one person and one day they become global and on your level, man, that to me is huge.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so, you're doing a fantastic job, man. And I think that's why, I don't know, I come off kind of energy and stuff like that. And this is actually my first podcast I've ever done. I'm honoured. You don't have to be honoured or anything, I'm honoured, man. So. It's a pleasure. I've been very like, I don't know. I'm not someone that likes to speak so much, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I kind of always let the work kind of speak for itself. Music has always been such a big part of it that like never really saw myself to like have to talk so much, you know? But I felt like it was time for me to start telling my story. So.
Well, I'm glad you chose this platform to tell your story, man. And absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. Thanks, and wish you all the best with everything you do moving forward.
Thank you. Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Champion.